Hey, what's up? Ray here with Beach to Bay Appliance Services, or Kingdom Appliance, Appliance Kingdom, however you want to word it. Just here to talk a little bit about how you set up a back office, what does that entail, and how I basically did it is I've got a wife. She helps out with the ordering of the parts and the taxes, receipts, sort of inputting all of that stuff. Had I not had her, I probably would have hired one person to do what her and also my mom do. My mom's actually our customer service and answers the phone and runs all of the customer service. When she gets a call, she gets all of the information, she creates a work order, creates an invoice, and she sends it over to the scheduling department, which is my wife, and then my wife schedules and she sends everything out to the customers in a text message to let them know what's going on. I know there's a lot of AI generated stuff right now, but we still use humans, and you can still get by with two people, or if you were to hire one person, they could probably do what my wife and my mom do. We just have it set up so both of them have something to do. But when a call comes in, you want somebody to be able to answer your phones similar to how you do, but this leaves your channel capacity while you're out in the field to be able to run more calls, focus directly on your diagnostics, finding your parts, doing all that good stuff, and then you get to pass that on. While you pass that on and somebody else is working on ordering the parts, answering the phones, you can complete more calls. As I set that up, I probably doubled in efficiency the amount of work that I could do in a given day. So where I was running 4 and 5 calls and having to look up parts and do everything, working 12, 14 hours a day, I now can run about 10 calls and I can do everything in about an 8-hour period. I've also dwindled down my service area and really am fine-tuning all of my efforts into a certain area, so I'm really not driving far at all anymore. Used to where I would run 12-hour days, sometimes 14-hour days. I'm doing even more in revenue, making even more after everything's paid off and done, just by implementing the office. Overall, I make more money. So I know that sometimes it's hard to wrap your head around, well, how do I get this? Again, setting up a bank account so you have money allocated aside into a payroll account is probably the smartest thing that you can do. Because once you have money set aside, you know that you can pay your employees, you can pay yourself, you can keep everything running smoothly, and you'll watch your other accounts start to grow. Everything in the appliance industry, for me, it takes about 2 weeks to see a difference of something. So if I cut off a service area or whatever, it takes about 2 weeks for things to come back around full circle where I see that change. But yeah, man, it is extremely crucial you set up a back office and get your SOPs down. And that SOP is just a standard operating procedure. That's down to the science of how you answer the phone. Hey, this is so-and-so Appliance Services. How may I help you? You need a name, you need an address, you need a brief description of what's going on, and you need to explain your service and diagnostics charge. How I explain our service and diagnostics charge a lot of times is, hey, there's an $85 service and diagnostic call. What that's going to do is cover me to come out there and diagnose your appliance. If I can't fix it in that amount of time, or if I can't fix it while I'm there, then I'll send you an estimate and a quote, and then that $85 will go towards the total of the bill. Keep it all simple. Explain it to them like that. Most people don't even balk at it. I do $85. I could probably go up to $125, but it really doesn't matter because I'm going to get it regardless. The next thing you want to focus on is your sales, and that's you being able to sell to the customer and complete the jobs. Probably 95% of the calls that I run, if not higher, I get the sell. I get the job to go and make the repair. The other 5% is when I tell somebody, hey man, you probably want to just go ahead and replace this, or they just go a different route. But when I go and I explain to the customer in full detail exactly what it is I'm doing, I can start to see their eyes going like this as I'm talking to them, because I explain in length and in detail what it is that I'm about to do to your appliance and why you need this fixed. There is no me pushing for a sell. It's pretty simple, man. It's going to cost $250. By the time you go get a new dishwasher, you downgrade that dishwasher you have to that Amana, get it all put in, it's double the price. Why not spend a couple $100 and put a new drain pump in? Or however much it is, and figure out your price point of how much you need to make. After you get that back office set up, you can start looking into hiring a tech. But there is no way that you're going to be able to do that unless you have your back office set up. Somebody's answering the phone, somebody's scheduling the calls, and scheduling your route for you. There are applications out there that are super simple. You put in the addresses, it routes everything for you. I can run 10 to 15 calls a day, depending on what my installs are. But can run a lot of diagnostics, get out there and do it. Next thing you want to do is start to build your inventory. I know you guys can't see back there very well, but I probably got over 400 parts on this little NV200. And I still hardly ever have what I need, but those first call completions are super crucial. So as you're getting out there, you're buying parts, go ahead and have your parts department do an inventory list of every time you sell a part, put it on a Google spreadsheet. You can alphabetize that spreadsheet, and then you can see exactly which parts you bought over a month, over 6 months time. Did you duplicate? Did you buy? And in about 6 months to a year in, you'll start to realize what parts you need to keep on hand. I mean, like the cams and the drive blocks for the Whirlpool washers, suspension rods, ice makers of certain kinds, things, water valves. It's so hard, but you'll figure it out what's in your area and what you need to start replacing. And then you can start to fine-tune your business for efficiency. That's what you want to do. You want to work 8 hours a day and make $200,000 a year? Well, you're going to have to figure it out how to do it. And a lot of what people are saying on here is very similar, but, you know, going into the property management route, if you're in a great location like we are, man, you can really maximize your profits and maximize your work. And yeah, man, I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you and gals, if you have any questions or concerns or anything, man, feel free to drop a like, a comment, subscribe. Let me know what you got. I hope y'all are all staying blessed and doing well out there, man. This is an absolutely amazing industry, fixing appliances. Even if you're not a business owner, doesn't matter. You can go out there and make a really good living if you have the right boss that's going to pay you well, and you don't even have to worry with all the headache on the back end of setting all this other stuff up. So many more videos to come, man. If y'all have something in mind that you'd rather me talk about or see how I'm doing something, I'd love to share that with you guys. Just keep me posted. God bless.